Welcome to our 2025 C-Doctor retreat at UCLA Luskin Center. This is, has been a very challenging year for an array of different reasons, and we're really delighted to have everyone here. And we also have a lot of people joining us online. So welcome to this retreat. In the next couple of days, we're going to really highlight our ITP's progress, but also talk about what we will do as the next stage for this our dental oral craniofacial tissue regeneration and translational resource center. Slides are not moving. Okay, so we started our stage 3 funding support for the TRC program almost exactly 5 years ago. I still remember this was in the middle of pandemic. We were all hunkered down in the lab, and but in the last 5 years, really we have made a lot of progress in terms of really working hard, achieving the mission of our center, which is to be a sustainable and comprehensive and a national resource center that enables clinical translation of innovative regenerative technologies to replace dental, oral, and craniofacial tissue loss due to congenital malformations, traumatic injury, or medical procedures. And we proposed 4 specific aims in this stage 3 proposal. And I think it's really important for us to just have a very brief recap of what we set out to do, and then you will see what we have accomplished. Aim 1 was really to design to coordinate and integrate a C-Doctor infrastructure, and also form these strategic partnership so we can better support our ITP teams for their program development. So today you will hear all 8 active ITPs. Each one will give an update and basically highlighting all the progress they have been able to make. And also each ITP you will see has a regulatory science component, commercialization support, and also GMP manufacturing and packaging, sterilization. A lot of these things, we're learning that takes tremendous amount of time to really get things lined up in order to be able to make the product for clinical use. And also, clinical trial protocol design. And a lot of these experience you will see can be shared, not only will benefit the future projects in dental, oral, craniofacial tissue regeneration, but can go way beyond that for translational projects. And in the process, we also, throughout all these retreats we've had and all the meetings, you see the interaction we have established with external agencies such as CIRM, the FDA. FDA really been very active in participating with our program operation, provided some really valuable feedback in the past, and also NIH, other institutes, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Aim 2 was really designed to assemble a very balanced ITP portfolio, then provide comprehensive support for these ITP teams so they can go from preclinical studies, small, large animal models, and then all the way to a successful FDA filing. So we currently have 8 ITP teams. 7 are in the stage 3, and then one still in the pilot funding phase. And then these ITPs really have made really tremendous progress in terms of accomplishing their milestones. And then the ITP teams are really gathering also very strong interest from external funding agencies. Will highlight some of these external support that the ITP teams have been able to compete and then help with their project development and continue to make progress, and also really been able to leverage up to more than $20 million of external funding, and that number continues to grow. And AIM-3 really was designed to use this infrastructure of network of experts and also different universities, different labs, to help to validate these ITP results and perform preclinical testing and share the knowledge base, whether it's about a consulting firm that we're using outside to help to put the FDA filing package together, or helping to put together SBIR or STTR grant application. All of these things have really been able to use this infrastructure within the CDoctor to support the ITP teams. So they have, so we'll continue to provide that support. And finally, AIM-4, as we know, we have 2 resource centers. CDoctor is based in California with multiple universities. And then our sister resource center, the Michigan Pittsburgh V's Group, here represented by Dave and Matsumi. We have weekly exchange, just working together, writing, whether it's about writing a white paper or holding an annual joint retreat and workshops, and then seminars. So all of this really have provided a lot of these resources for our ITP teams to continue to make progress. And also, we have another white paper in the planning phase, and really to summarize what we have learned, in stage 2 and stage 3 in the past 8 years, how we have helped these ITP teams to continue to make progress towards a successful FDA filing. So within the CDoctor, since the beginning in stage 2, we've gone through 5 cycles of requests for proposal, and altogether 119 applications. If you think about it, each proposal first is reviewed with a 2-pager, and then once that's deemed to meet the criteria, then we invite the applicants to do a 5-page extensive expanded proposal, and then that gets reviewed again. So really a lot of work went into this, and then we funded or supported 22 proposals in collaboration with all of our network experts, with NIDCR's input throughout this process. And then when we started our stage 3, we went through this down selection process, right? And then currently we have 8 active ITP projects. And then one of them is solely based as a drug, and then 3 are as a device, and then 4 of them are a combination of drug and device. So you will hear the updates from these ITPs. So here's a list of the current ITP projects that are supported under the CDoctor program. And we're not going to read it through, and that's also included in today's program. And then you will hear each PI providing an update for what they have done in the past 6 months. So the evolution of our C-Doctor program, as you recall, started from more than 8 years ago in stage 1 when we all competed for that planning grant, right? And then, so basically during that phase, it was about building a team to bring together basic science experts, clinical, and then industry experts to really identify these very promising discoveries made in the lab and help these projects to develop from the basic discovery into clinical adoption. And through that process, the goal was always set very clearly by NIDCR, our funding agency, is to have a successful FDA filing. So then, as you recall, when we competed for stage 2 funding support, and our center, the resource center, and also the Michigan Pittsburgh V's group made a strategic decision to team up with multiple universities. And then because of that union, or that really joint effort, we were able to bring all the different experts together, material scientists, regulatory science experts, industry experts, along with different type of clinical experts, and then of course, the basic science components. So when you put all these smart people together, really you have a very exciting team. And that really is I think the most exciting part about this program. And we continue to collect really these experts as we move along. We learn and we figure out what are the different areas we need to expand, and then get more consultants and experts, external advisory boards, and always help to guide us through this development process. And then the ITPs were selected with a very a clear milestone set up, whether they meet it or not, and that became a determining factor whether the project will continue. Once the stage 3 started, we went through a down selection process, and then really focused our effort to really support these ITP teams. All of the ITP projects went through a external market analysis to see how possible this project can actually be a valuable product in the market. That I think was very helpful for our ITP teams to think about, how to design this from a commercialization perspective. So what you will also see from the ITP presentation is how the C-Doctor program, or the DocTRC program at large, help to leverage these build these synergy, that how we can learn from other ITPs, whether it's within our resource center or at the Michigan Pittsburgh V's group. Here are a few examples. Like the scar formation prevention ITP led by Jeff Gardner informed the work of the deferoxamine patch for radiation into the skin. That's led by Derek One. And our Calvary bone regeneration project helped to inform some of the work that Tara Agul's group is working on. And then the salivary gland hydronodal group led by Sarah Knox and Chelsea Bainey help really also to provide information for the periimplantitis project led by Tara Agul in their alginate development. So here's the list. Out of the 8 projects, 6 ITPs have had very really active and successful interaction with FDA. We have 1 ITP already successfully got an IND approval, and then 3 others are really at the verge of getting through with the FDA, because we have had multiple interactions. And then you will see more details as the ITPs begin their presentation. So some of the really the stage 3 highlights, also getting funding from other sources, such as from the Department of Defense, Jeff Gerner's group, and also Sarah's group and Chelsea able to get funding from CERN, and then many other projects getting funding support from other sources, like the SCAR formation from Gerner's group, and also our Calvera bone regeneration project. When you put all of that together, 20 some million dollars, that really adds value, and more importantly, it really shows the return on investment. If you stack that up against the traditional R1s, you can really see how valuable this DOCK-TRC program has been in supporting, the tissue regeneration program. And then here are some, further highlighting some of these awards people from Gerner's group, and also from Sarah and Chelsea Bainey's projects. So these are, some of the accomplishments. External funding, more than $20 million, 22 patents issued to date, and then ITP teams having active FDA interaction, more than 40 publications, and then also, in terms of the return on investment from NIH funding, I think it's quite impressive. So looking ahead, since the inception of this program in the fall of 2017, we have really developed this most valuable, rich network of experts and also consultants. We have really a very extensive and this Rolodex, if you will. So we know exactly where we can go to get the help we need, so we can support ITP to get their IND and IDE filing to completion. And also, as we bridge to the next stage, looking forward to really a productive year. So we're going to enter a no-cost extension starting from next month. And then how do we focus, use these resources to focus on the ITPs that we can really help to carry them through the finish line. And then also, a large part of this retreat will also be devoted to extensive discussion on related to the APEX program, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So here it is. So concurrently, we're looking at how to expand our vision and broaden our impact and prepare for the APEX program. And then we're taking the approach in the following 3 areas: improving the mentorship, continue training. So one of the most valuable things we learned from the past 8 years is really, doing translational science is not a second nature to, our PIs who are traditionally supported by R1 type of grant funding. How do you think about a product, and then working backwards, design, through this different steps, so you can work towards that product and then commercialize it at the end. And then whether, at the beginning, you really need to look at whether there is a important unmet clinical needs for that particular technology or product. And also we wanted to develop the process to apply and extend our model beyond dental, oral, craniofacial tissues into musculoskeletal and beyond. You will hear later this afternoon the people we have invited, and then we actually group them, and so they're going to talk about wearable sensors, diagnostics, liquid biopsy, and then how to combine sensor with motor stimulation, and then really target to a particular type of a patient who suffer from, after surgical procedure. So these are things, we have some really concrete examples that you will see in how we are planning to move forward. And also, continue, the third one is to build upon the relationships. We have other programs, organizations such as CERM, other funding agencies, continue to work with NIDCR, but also beyond, going into with other NIH institutes, NIAM and others, and to build this network supporting the continued development of our APEX program. So the C-Doctor, basically what we have Shepherd helped these ITP products to be developed into the first in human use and successful exit from the program through the FDA filing. And then also we want to continue to strengthen our infrastructure by expanding the leadership domain. You will see, not in addition to people who are sitting here and also joining on Zoom later, this afternoon, you will see we're adding people who have different domains of expertise, and then developing the training and mentorship opportunities and leveraging these additional partners in the process. And then finally, basically using the domains beyond dental and craniofacial and technology products beyond the tissue engineering to expand our impact. So as soon as I finish, we'll start with ITP presentations, and after that we will have a lunch break, and then in the afternoon we're gonna have this called a look ahead, like how do we expand this network of experts and continue to grow our translational resource center. And then after that, we'll have a break, and then we will have the ITP posters. Some of them are already posted here on the side. You can see on the side, we have additional posters. And then we'll finish with a networking dinner this evening. And then tomorrow, we'll start with some remarks from NIDCR, and then also talk about the C-Doctor planning strategic sessions. And then afterwards, we will finish with lunch and general dismissal, and then we'll have our closed door session. And so that will finish our retreat for the following 2 days. So for those of you who are joining on Zoom, please mute your microphone. And so the ITP evaluators, please make sure you check your email so you can use the link to vote. And also, if you have any technical issues, please contact Vivi, Nicole, Pui, or Tom, who can help you with any issues that you have with getting linked to the program. Finally, really, it takes a village to put a program like this together, right? And we're very, very grateful to the funding support from NIDCR, NIH. NIDCR has just had this great vision 8 years ago, starting this program. And now you see the fruit of the labor. And this is truly has been a collaborative effort with many components, NIH, external advisory board, partners, guests, speakers, and our ITP teams. And then of course, the C-Doctor leadership, as you see here listed, and also our C-Doctor operating committee. And then also the university. Really, when we put this application together, we got tremendous support from our universities, whether it's from contributing matching funds or making other resources available and lowering the barrier for us to do, transferring funds from, just a lot of things have to happen in order for this to work. So we are very, very grateful for all of this support over the years.